how is your vision? How is your vision? Let us pray. Lord, we thank you and we lift you up and give you all praise in this place today. As we give you praise, Lord, may your blessings and anointings come down, that we will receive your word this day. Lord, move yourself out of the way, Lord, that your anointing may come through as a ray of light, touching every heart in this place. In the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen. Any man starting out in life must have a vision. Must have a vision. If a man is to be successful in any area in this life and have victory, they must have something that they are looking forward to. They must have something they're looking forward to, and that something that they're looking forward to is called a vision. So every man must have a vision. Solomon teaches us in Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, people die, or people perish. Where there is no vision. And God put it in man that man will have vision. So if man wishes to keep himself and his family alive, he must have vision. Now, to have vision, you must have faith. And we know without faith, it's impossible to please God. But if we're going to have vision, we need to have faith. You know, if you ever see, and many of us know men without vision. They sit at home on the couch all day long. You go at home, and they playing the Xbox or PlayStation all day long. That's a man with no vision. Because, and without vision, they're literally dying. Men without vision that sit on the couch, we call couch potatoes. Because they have no vision. That's their vision, sit on the couch. So, we know that men, if men are going to survive, if men are going to be alive and have families that are alive and they have things around them that keep growing, that's alive, they must have vision. They must have vision. And to have vision, you must have faith. And vision is not based on what you see. See, we think because we see it, it is so. But if somebody's going to have vision, it's never based on what you see. Because sometimes what you see isn't always what you see. So we must, as men, have vision. And when I was thinking about this, I was thinking about the fictional character that some people believe is real, Superman. And you know, Superman was super. He was real super. And Superman wasn't super because he could jump over buildings. He wasn't super because he could outrun a bullet. You know, he wasn't super that if somebody shot him, bullets would bounce off of him. He wasn't super because he could stop a train, a speeding train. He wasn't super because of all of that. What really made Superman super is Superman could see through walls. Because, see, Superman could see trouble before he got there. And I remember looking at Superman, and Superman, if he was going into a room, he would cut on his x-ray. They call it x-ray seeing, they call it x-ray vision. Because the vision allowed him to see through and beyond what normal people would see. And he would see the bad guy on the other side of the wall. So Superman would know that the bad guy is there. He would know how to handle the situation before he got there. Now that doesn't mean that the bad thing wasn't going to happen, but he saw it before it happened. So when he got there, he knew how to take care of it. And see, if a man has vision, it doesn't mean that bad things aren't going to happen, but God's going to enable you to handle it when you get there. And many times we get blindsided because we have no vision. We're only looking at what we see, so when we get into the hard times, we get hit over the head, get blindsided, and we start crying and we give up. But if you had vision, you wouldn't give up because you know that thing's going to happen and God's going to handle it when you get there. Amen. Because you have vision, and that's what made Superman super. You know, and if you can't get into Superman, when you go to the doctors and they look at you on the outside and can't figure out what's wrong with you, they say, well, I need to send you to somebody that can see what I can't see. So therefore, they send you to a CAT scan or MRI or give you an X-ray because the doctors need some kind of help so that they can see beyond what they can see. Because they're looking at you, but they can't figure it out, so they tell you to go to the MRI so they can see on the inside of it. Or they tell you to go to the X-ray specialist so they can see what's going on, so that they can envision what is going on and what's happening, so they would know how to deal with it.
Amen.
Because they can't see it out front. And we go there, and we would come back and say, yeah, I went to the doctor, and they told me I had to go get an MRI, or X-ray, or a CAT scan. They only told you that because they couldn't see it from the outside. And if you can't get to that, United States military, we have one of the greatest military forces on the face of the earth. And we have one of the greatest military forces on the face of the earth because they have technology that other people don't have. Because they can see things in other areas that people can't see. Like at night, they have these things called night vision goggles. Notice they don't call them night seeing goggles, night vision, because the night vision allows them to see beyond what their normal eyes would see in the dark. Now, it's not that the Army can't see in the dark, but the night vision goggles permits them to see further and more accurately in the dark than they would if they used their regular eyes. That's why they call them night vision goggles, because when you have vision, vision allows you to see beyond what your normal sight allows you to see. So therefore, when they go into battle and they use these night vision goggles, if the enemy doesn't have them, they are at a great disadvantage because we can see them and they can't see us. And see, when we have vision, we can see the devil and what he's going to do, but guess what? He don't have that kind of vision. He can't see us. But we can see him, so it gives us a great advantage over the things of the Satan. And this is why God is telling us that we need, as men, to have vision. Because without vision, we're not going to make it. Without vision, we're not going to be successful in life. The devil will be able to blindside us. See, God set it up so that we would have an advantage over the devil, not that he would have an advantage over us. Because the greater one is in us, it's not in the devil. So if we have vision, we can see beyond whatever the devil can do. And all men should have vision. 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 So God is now looking for somebody to pour his spirit upon so that they can obtain vision. If we read Joel 2:28, Joel says this. Joel, the prophet Joel in the Old Testament. And it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit upon the flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. Because without visions, we're not going to make it. So if a young man is going to have a vision when they get older, they will be able to dream, and they will be able to dream accurately. Old men don't have dreams because when they were young, they never had a vision. See, the only way they're going to get a dream is to get a vision. See, Dr. King, before he dreamed that dream speech, he had a vision that all people be made equal. So the vision became a dream, and then after the dream, God called him to glory a few years after. So if we're going to have any dreams, we need to first have visions. And if we look at people in the Bible won victory with visions. When David was fighting Goliath, you know David beat Goliath not on the battlefield, but he beat Goliath before he got to the battlefield. He beat Goliath before he got to the battlefield because before David got to the battlefield, he believed he could beat Goliath. He had envisioned himself beating this giant. And he knew he could beat him. In his mind,